Welcome to The Explainer. You know, we've all been to buffets, but what makes one truly exceptional? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the art and science behind it. This isn't just about putting out food, it's about creating an entire experience, one that turns a simple meal into a memory. So let's get into it.
So this right here, this is the mission statement. It's the core promise behind any world-class buffet. It's not just a bunch of words, it means every single thing. From how a spoon is placed to the exact temperature of the soup is all about delivering a seamless, high-quality experience for you, the guest.
Okay, so let's dive into the first and maybe the most important part, that first impression. A guest's entire experience, their whole journey, it really starts the second they see the buffet, way before they even think about picking up a plate. Getting this moment right is, well, it's everything.
Look, a flawless buffet doesn't just happen. It's all about meticulous preparation, and that really boils down to 3 key steps. First, you've got to plan the menu and get totally in sync with the kitchen. Second, you design a layout that's not just beautiful, but also makes sense. And third, you make sure every single piece of equipment is spotless, working perfectly, and ready for action.
You know, there's a real psychology to this. It's so simple but so powerful. When the layout just flows, from your appetizers to your mains, and then over to the desserts, the whole thing feels completely effortless for the guest. It gets rid of any confusion or awkwardness and just lets people relax and enjoy the food.
All right, so we've got our foundation set. Now the focus shifts to making it a true visual feast. This is where we go from just serving food to really putting on a show. This is the art of it all. I want you to think of this as more than just a checklist. It's really a recipe for creating a work of art. You want variety in colors and textures to make the food pop. Consistent portion sizes, that just screams professionalism. And clear labels, especially with allergen info, that's not just helpful, that's how you build trust and show you genuinely care about your guests.
Now let's talk about something that is absolutely non-negotiable. Seriously, this isn't just about whether the food tastes good. This is all about food safety. Getting the temperature exactly right is our guarantee that every single dish is not only delicious, but is perfectly safe to eat. Here is the first magic number you have to remember, 60 degrees Celsius. That is the absolute minimum for hot food. It keeps everything safe, delicious, and just as inviting for the last guest as it was for the first.
And for everything on the cold side, your magic number is 4 degrees Celsius, or colder. This is what keeps the salads crisp, the desserts perfectly chilled, and ensures everything is at its peak freshness and, of course, totally safe.
So the stage is perfectly set, the food looks incredible, and it's at the right temperature. But now, how does the team bring it all to life? This is all about maintaining that level of perfection from the second the doors open until the very last guest leaves.
You know, a great buffet should feel totally effortless to the guest, almost like the food magically never runs out. Well, that little illusion is created by a constant, never-ending cycle of care. You're always monitoring, you're replenishing dishes before they get low, and you're cleaning up spills the second they happen. It's a seamless loop that just keeps going.
Okay, this is where all that planning and procedure meets real human personality. It's about adding that warm human touch to all the technical work, which is what turns a good meal into a really, really great one. A simple warm greeting like this, a traditional Thai welcome, can be a total game changer. By actively looking for ways to engage, the staff stop being just service workers and become these amazing, knowledgeable hosts who can actually make the dining journey even better. So, when we say attention to detail, what does that actually mean? It means you have to learn to see the entire buffet through a guest's eyes. Is every sign perfectly straight? Is every single serving spoon sparkling clean? Does the whole display scream quality? That is what real attention to detail is all about.
These 4 things right here, this is the whole philosophy in a nutshell. These aren't just rules on a page, they're the principles that guide everything. Hygiene always comes first. Pay attention to every detail. Constantly monitor what's going on, and always have warm, friendly interactions. This is what takes a buffet from just being a meal to being a truly crafted experience. You know, the experience isn't over when the guest has their last bite of dessert. A strong, professional finish is absolutely essential. It's what leaves that lasting positive impression, and, just as important, it gives us the feedback we need to make the next one even better.
A disciplined breakdown is just as critical as the initial setup. Clearing food right away is about safety. Cleaning everything thoroughly maintains your high standards. But that last step, reviewing and improving, that's the secret sauce. That's how the best of the best are always getting better.
So in the end, every single buffet tells a story. It tells a story about care, about quality, about hospitality. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, what story will yours tell? If you follow these principles, you can make sure it's always an unforgettable one.